Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For Isaac Brown and Jake Fennell, I am Zach Austin, and we are here at Bearcats Stadium, right off DJ George Drive, Shield Field. Guys, it's senior night.
It is. It's hard to believe it's already week 7.
Yeah.
It is hard to believe.
Or, let me get here. Actually, it's week 8.
Well, yeah. It's through week 7 is what my stats say.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I said week 7.
Oh, I got you.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, here we go, fellas. We'll start with Charleston first, I guess. Coming into tonight's game, their offense, 319 yards a game. 119 of that's on the ground, while 199 of that is through the air. They only give up 13 points a game. And, well, we're fixing, yeah.
score 21 points a game.
They score 40. But, hey, we're fixing to do the pledge and national anthem. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, and we'll finish going over the stats through week 7. This is week 8 of high school football, senior night. And we'll just kind of pick up where we left off. Charleston scoring 40 points a game while giving up 13. Through the air, they're passing 199 yards, pretty much 200 yards a game passing. 119 of that's on the ground. Offense. Total offense, 319 yards a game. Booneville Bearcats averaging 431 yards through week 7, 7 weeks of football. 412 of that is on the ground, while 22 of that is through the air. We give up 21 points a game while scoring 43. So both teams are pretty evenly matched. Both have one loss coming into tonight. Both happened the same week. They lost to Nashville, and then we lost to Harding Academy. So a very big game. Conference championship is on the line. I say that because Cedarville upset Lavaca last week,
Right.
29-28, I believe was the final score. And so we'll talk about that here in just a second, how the conference looks and all that. But big game tonight, guys. And your Charleston Tigers come in ranked number 4 in Class 3A, 6-1 overall, 4-0 in conference play. Your Booneville Bearcats come in number 2 in Class 3A, 6-1 overall, 4-0 in conference. Couple guys to watch out for the Tigers if I get my paperwork here. Their quarterback's number 12. He's a senior. That's Brandon Scott. He's got 1,382 passing yards, 18 touchdowns while only throwing 4 interceptions.
Yeah, and Brandon, he's elusive in the backfield as well.
Yes.
I've watched a little bit of film, or quite a bit of film actually, this week, and he's shifty. He's only taken a couple of sacks on the season. That line does an excellent job up front. I'm going to say Booneville needs to get in that backfield and get pressure on him if they're going to have any sort of success on defense tonight. Great athlete, great kid. He's a multi-sport athlete, Brandon Scott is, and I'm excited to get to see him come in here and play, and hopefully Bearcat defense is able to bottom him up.
Hopefully so. He is also their leading rusher with 317 yards. So, like you said, he is elusive, and you force him out of the backfield, you got to wrap him up because he will get away from you. Another guy to watch out for is going to be number 4. It's going to be Brevin Ketter. He's got 196 yards on the ground. And number 2, Reese Marcheka. Yeah, I said it right.
Yeah, I think so.
112 yards. Huh? Yeah. Marishka. Thanks.
Marishka.
That's what Chuck said. A couple of receivers to watch out for. Is number 2, Reese Marishka. He's going to be their leading receiver, and then followed by Britton Ketter, number 34. He's got 234 yards through the receiving. And another guy to watch out for is number 11, Jones, Totten Jones, 210 yards. They score a lot of points, and they'll spread it out, but they will run it some, but they like to spread it, guys.
Right, and you said it right there. They'll spread it. They've got 5 guys over 100 or right around 130 yards or more on the season. And then you look at Booneville on their side in the air. It's completely different. So even though we've got 2 high-scoring offenses right here, it's 2 different ways to go about it. And I expect a lot of points to be thrown up tonight by Charleston. Booneville will need to match them there. But like you said, Marishka, the 2 Ketter boys from over there, number 4 and number 34, they both got multiple catches, multiple targets. Targets are led by Bretton Ketter. He's got 55 of them on the season.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, and that seems to be the guy that they look to get involved early, looking at film. So look to hear his name called several times.
A couple of guys to watch out for the Tigers on defense. Their leading tackler is going to be number 62. That's going to be Little. He's going to have 55 tackles on the year. And then number 5, Wiley Carroll, he's got 44. A couple guys to watch out for. Their leading person that leads them in sacks is none other than number 34, Broughton Ketter.
Yep, same kids on this side of the ball as we said on the offensive side. You had it right there with Hunter Little, leads the team with 55, 2 for loss there, and then coming in second is the Wiley Carroll boy, number 5. He comes in with 5 sacks on the season. So they like to get pressure on the quarterback. Of course, our offense is a little bit different. There's not going to be just a ton of sacks tonight, I would hope, due to the lack of attempts. But we'll see what happens there with that.
Number 34, he's going to be your kicker for Charleston. He's been also kicking them into the end zone on kickoffs and out of the end zone. So more likely the Cats are going to start at the 20 just about every time unless you get a little gust of wind or he gets under it. Just overall a good athlete for the Tigers. We'll talk about your Booneville Bearcats real quick. Coming into tonight's game, your quarterback, Peyton Tatum, he is 9 of 20 in passing, 48% for 130 yards. The leading rusher on the ground is going to be number 34, Dax Goff. He's got 1,348 yards on the ground, and then followed by Trace Hall. He's got 766 yards. And then our fullback, Cody Elliott, he's got 539. And Peyton Tatum, he also has 142 on the ground. So there's the Cats' ground attack there.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of weapons on the ground throughout the season, and tonight's going to be a big night for multiple people to have to step up to get this win. We've got a lot of people out today. Multiple starters. I think 10 in total. That's due to injuries, due to disciplinary issues that have been taken care of or are currently being taken care of. And so next man up mentality. We're going to see what Bearcats can dial up on offense and some new names popping up, hopefully to help lead us towards a big win.
Right. The man leading the way for the Cats through the air on receiving is going to be number 7, Trace Hall. Expect him to have a real big game tonight. As far as the defensive side of the ball goes, leading tackler, let's see here. There we go. Dax, he's our leading tackler. He's got 104. Then followed by Dunn Daniel and Damari Poole with 31. Then followed by Cody Elliott. He's got 28 and a half. David Hicks, he's another guy to watch out for on the line. He's got 11 and a half tackles, but he's also got a fumble recovery. And Hicks, he gets a little pressure on the quarterback.
He does. He pops up in ways that the stat sheet don't necessarily show.
Right.
A lot of pressure put on the ball. Like you said, he picked up a fumble recovery there. He's got a few sacks. He's had a couple of quarterback rushes. So look to see Hicks in the backfield several times throughout the night, especially with Charleston's air offense.
Right. And Trace Hall, he's got 3 interceptions. That was last year. I wrote down last year's stats, so that's not. Jace Washburn, he's got an interception on the year for the Bearcats, as well as Ferris Daines and Mr. 21, Dylan Todd for the Cats. So Cats defense, secondary's going to have to play big. Line's going to have to get some pressure on Mr. Scott for the Tigers. About 4 minutes away from kickoff, fellas. Big game. Conference championship on the line. You got Mr. Coach Ricky May that was coaching back when we was all in school. His son Bryson is over there. You know this is a big game for them. And you got Mr. Doc Crowley playing his old alma mater. So big game. Both guys want to come out and show, hey, I want to win this game for my school now, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, a lot of different reasons to why this game just means something a little bit more to the others. And Coach May, we loved him here. He's a great guy. He's a great motivator of kids.
Yep.
We hated to see him leave.
Right.
Both times. We hated it both times, and he was back with us for a little under a year for athletic director role and took the job at Charleston. He's done an excellent job with that program and off to another really, really good start this season for them.
Looks like we got our captains for tonight. And mention something real quick. Actually, 4 years ago, is that right? 5 years ago, I guess it'd be. 2018, when we started the live stream, Coach May actually helped get it started. Mansfield, we did a trial run, and then Charleston was, I guess, actually technically the kickoff for it. So that's kind of cool. It popped up on my memories. So got to give Coach May a shout-out for that. Captains, though, for tonight. Looks for the Targers. I mean, they could be the Targers, I guess. For the Tigers, is going to be number 4. That's going to be Ketter. And number 34, that's both the Ketter boys out there.
Boy, there's been a lot of Ketters.
There has.
Been a whole bunch of them, all great athletes.
For you Booneville Bearcats, number 12, that's going to be your quarterback, Peyton Tatum, as well as the rest of the seniors. Number 1 is going to be Mr. Brooks Herrera. Number 7 is going to be Mr. Trace Hall. 70, Cameron Osborne. Number 66, that is David Hicks. Number 40 is Desmond Conley. 50 is Mr. Johnny Barnes. 55 is Mr. Brett Welling. Number 32 is Cody Elliott. And number 19 is Kaiten Sketning. So that's your captains tonight, your senior captains for the Booneville Bearcats. Here is the coin toss. Hey, do want to give a quick shout out to our guy David Tharp. He says, "Go Cats, go!" Looks like Charleston has won the toss, and they have chosen to defer. And I'm not surprised, honestly, by that, because honestly, Coach May always liked to defer and be on defense first. He's kind of a defensive-minded guy.
Yeah, he was defensive-minded, and I think that's just a strategy that a lot of teams are starting to implement more and more. You're seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
You'd rather get that ball back to start the half and get a little momentum started in your direction. So on the flip side of that, though, Booneville gets an opportunity right here to set the tone early have a good hard-nosed drive down the field, make something happen quick. Bearcat sign says, "Our last night under these lights." Again, this is senior night for the Bearcats. It may hopefully not be the last home game we have. We'll have a playoff game come through here, but it will be the last regular season game we see here. It's been a great career for a lot of these boys.
Yes, it has.
They've done a lot for the Booneville program and looking to finish strong as we move throughout this season.
Here come your Booneville Bearcats. Let's see, over the last 3 years, I'll get it pulled up here.
I remember Coach May used to tell me how much he loved that horn.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's loving it right now.
Yeah.
He may be with a few others.
So the seniors coming into tonight's game have only lost, let's see, 6 total games throughout their career. And speaking on that train horn, you know, I've heard stories of, you know, people that's played here or coached here and then gone to other schools and just talking about the atmosphere with the cannon, the train horn, that it can be intimidating for some teams. And it can be, you know, throw them off for a series or two, and then, you know, by that time it could be almost too late. But it'd be interesting to see how the Charleston Tigers react. They're a good team, and we'll see how they react to the atmosphere. You know, they've been in similar situations, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure they're well under control. They're a good team, you know, but hopefully, you know, you get that horn going pretty often. Things start to change, the horn, the cannon. So we'll see what they dial up right here. Bearcat offense getting the ball to start the game.
So back deep for the Cats is going to be number 3. That's Connor Lentz. He's a freshman for the Cats. Number 7, Trace Hall. And number 32 back there is Cody Elliott. Trace Hall's going to pick it up at the 1-yard line. Head right up the middle. Trace is still on his feet. And he's going to be stopped about the 30-yard line there. And the Bearcats guys are going to take over right there.
Yeah, that's a great little return to start the game. 30-yard return, or nearly 30-yard return. Picked it up at the 1, brought it out. And like I said a while ago, this is a good opportunity to set the tone early. It's hard to catch somebody if you score every time. And if you're going to score every time, you got to do it the first time.
That's right.
We'll see what we get here.
11:50 left to go in the first quarter, folks. PT is going to be your quarterback. Looks like Trace Hall is going to be your halfback. Brooks Herrera is out for his first offensive possession of the year. At receiver, far side over there is going to be Jace Washburn at the far receiver. And it's going to be hand off to Hall right up the middle. And he gets maybe a yard or so right there on the carry.
Yeah, not a lot of room to work right there. Brought down by Bretton Ketter. Not a lot of room to work. Gain of a yard, moving positive direction here. 2nd 9 coming up. And like we said earlier, there's going to be a lot of different guys get a lot more carries tonight. So we'll see what we can dial up. Who's going to be the main guy for the Bearcats to get that ball moving.
Elliott's in at fullback now. Hall and Herrera are your halfbacks. Herrera goes in motions. We hand off to Cody Elliott right out the middle. And Cody's going to get maybe 2, almost 3 yards on the carry there.
Yeah, again, good job by the defense, clogging those holes and just kind of swallowing it up and, you know, keeping that Bearcat offensive player at bay there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and mid situation, 3rd and 6.
Cameron Osborne's coming off the field for the Cats. He was in at tight end, and Madsen comes in at receiver on this side. Your center is going to be number 75. That's Lance Sims. 55, your right guard, is Brett Welling. Got a whistle.
It's like an official timeout, Zach.
Official timeout. Your right tackle, number 56, that's going to be Mr. Wingfield. 58 is your left guard. That's going to be Mr. Matt O'Bar, and Johnny Barnes is your left tackle. Jace Washburn split out to the left. Madsen over here to the right. Elliott is your fullback. Peyton Tatum is your quarterback. Hall and Herrera are your halfbacks. Hall goes in motion, handoff. I'm sorry, there's going to be a pitch over here to Brooks on the right-hand side. And he's just going to be pushed out of bounds by number 21 over here for the Tigers. That's a
Brett Brooks' first carry
It
on the
is.
season. We're glad to have him back out there.
We are.
Looked like no gain on the play, maybe a gain of a yard. It's going to bring out our punt team. A big stop by that Tiger defense to start the game.
Looks like Mr. Brett Welling's going to do the punting for the Cats. 10-13 to go here in the first quarter. And the Cats' offensive possession, we're having a punt. And the Tigers will receive. Back deep is going to be number 21. That's Hendricks. He just made the tackle. And Reese Mareska, number 2. Good punt there by Welling. And it's going to take a Cat roll. And Mr. Chase Washburn is going to down it at the 24-yard line.
It's kind of what we needed.
Yes,
Get a
sir.
good punt. Starts off, play the field position game a little bit. Does his part to get the defense in as good a position as they could be in. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. This is a high-scoring offense. Our defense is going to have to step up, and I think the key to that is going to be getting in the backfield and forcing him to throw on the run.
Your guys on the defensive line, number 50, that's Johnny Barnes. Number 66 is Hicks. That's the 2 on this side. Left side, number 50, that's 66, Hicks. And 58, Obar. Your linebackers looks like Peyton Tatum, number 12, 35, Hunter Warren. He's another freshman for the Cats. And Cody Elliott's your other. Got some pressure from Elliott there, and it's caught by Ketter. And he's going to be brought down. Big play there for the Tigers. He's brought down by Trace Hall and Mr. Brooks Herrera. That was Tatum applying the pressure, not Elliott. My bad.
Yeah, Tatum, he's moved into a new position tonight in the linebacker role, hoping to find some success there. And that was just a well-placed ball and an excellent throw. Tigers strike quick and early here to get into the red zone.
Shotgun formation. Scott is going to be your quarterback. Everybody in tight for the Tigers. A little pitch over here to the right to Ketter. And he's in from 13 yards out. So with 9:30 left to go here in the first quarter, it is 6-0 Tigers over the Bearcats. Number 34 is going to be doing the kicking. That's going to be Broughton Ketter. The snap, the hold is up. Kick is good. And so at 9:30 mark in the first quarter, Charleston Tigers 7, Booneville Bearcats 0. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Back here at Bearcat Stadium, Shield Field is right off DJ George Drive, Don Elmore press box. Booneville Bearcats get the ball to start the game, and the Tigers force them to 4th and out, punt it. Mr. Welling did the punt. Good punt by Welling. Tigers take 2 plays, go, 70 yards, 80 yards for a touchdown. Makes it 7-0. Back deep for the Cats is Trace Hall, number 7. Cody Elliott's man on the far side, and Connor Lentz, number 3, is over here closest to us. Ketter to do the kicking here for the Tigers. Here is the kick, and it 9 yards into the end zone. He hit a 52-yarder last year in one game.
Yeah, he's on the top of the record book for the state throwing out. I'm not saying he's number 1, but he's in the top.
He's at least in the
5 or 10. I was looking at that the other day. Somebody posted it on Twitter. And he's got a leg on him. I mean, that's a valuable weapon to have if you got somebody who can do that. And they've definitely got one.
Second possession of the game for you Booneville Bearcats. PT comes up under center. Hall goes in motion, and it's going to be hand off to Elliott on the left-hand side. Cody's going to get about 3 yards there on the play. And that's what we're going to have to do tonight, honestly, guys. It's just 3, 4 yards a pop.
Yeah, if you get 3 or 4 yards, you can play all day and eat the clock out. But the thing is, you've got to do it consistently, and the Bearcats are going to have to find somebody out there that can make that happen for them.
Washburn's going to be split out to the left. Matson over here to the right. Hall and I believe that is Connor Lentz in there at halfback for Booneville Bearcats. PT on the keeper. Tatum's going to have the first down up over the 40, 45. Throws a stiff arm. Is going to be out of bounds about the 50-yard line. What a run there by the senior quarterback.
Yeah, that's a great pull right there, having the vision to make that decision. But another big play is Trace Hall, number 7 over here on this side of the field, put a big block on to get in the way and kind of made that play, help that play work. That's a big gain, ball at midfield, 50-yard line, 1st and 10 for Booneville.
8:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Second possession of the game for the Bearcats. Hall goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Cody Elliott right up the middle. Cody's going to have the first down, lowers the boom there, and he's going to be up over to the 39-yard line of the Tigers.
Now we got a little something going, got some momentum, positive plays going our way. Look for them to continue to keep their foot on the gas and punch one in right here.
8:22 left to go here in the first quarter. And Isaac and Jake, second series of the game, so far looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's what you needed, something positive to happen.
11 seconds left on the play clock. Tatum up under center. Hall goes in motion. And it's going to be Elliott again. Little sidestep. Cody's going to have about 6, maybe 7 yards there on the carry.
Yeah, that's a great job by Elliott, kind of moving his feet, keeping his legs turning, and tiptoeing around in there and finding just a little crease to make a little something happen, and he finds it. It's a gain of looks like 6 yards. We got a gain of 5 on the board. Looks like 6 to me.
Okay.
So 5.5.
I was going to say 5.5 looks probably about right there.
Yep.
Lentz is your left halfback. Hall is your right halfback. Lentz goes in motion, and just a little miscue there, and going to get maybe right back to the line of scrimmage, if not a loss of a yard. Got a penalty coming in late here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I had done. Looked down at my roster here to see who had made the play when it come through.
Unsportsmanlike.
Oh, we're offsetting.
Did you see what happened, Isaac?
I think they're mouthing at each other. That's what it looked like to me.
Well, that's not illegal. I guess it depends on what you're saying.
I guess it depends on the words that are said, honestly. But
I don't like you. I don't like you either. Bet it was something along those lines.
Possibly.
All right, so we're moving backwards now. Should be 3rd down, right? Lost of down. So
3rd and 8.
3rd and 7 looks like.
Osborne in at tight end on the left-hand side. And he's going to hand off to Cody Elliott on the left-hand side. Cody is turning them legs. He's going to be close to the first down, guys.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to place him about a yard short, and you're kind of in that no man's land here where you can't really punt it. You can't kick the field goal. Right now we don't have the guy or the leg for that, so it looks like we're going to keep that offense on the field and look to pick up 1 yard. And you've got to be confident, no matter who you are, as an offense, you can get 1 yard.
Oh, yes.
You ought to have multiple play designs that can get you that yard, so we'll see what the Bearcats dial up here. Big play coming up.
Mr. George is down there in the stands tonight. Always good to see Mr. George in the house. And it looks like the Cats are going to take a timeout. That's their first one.
I think that's a good decision.
Yeah.
You know, this is, even though it's early in the game, this could be a huge play.
Yes.
You know, you turn it over here, fall down 14-0. That's hard to come back from. So Bearcats got to make sure they get this one right and dial up that right play to get them that 1 yard to continue this drive.
See if we can give you folks some scores real quick. Perryville and Quitman's tied 7-7 in the first quarter. Prescott's up 7-0 over Smackover. That's in the first. Then Farmington's up 7-0 over Shallow Christian in the first quarter. Let's see. So here's how the conference standings look right now coming into this game. Booneville and Charleston's 4-0 at the top of the conference. Lavaca's 3-1 after losing to Greenland last week. Greenland is sitting at the 4th spot at 2-2. West Fork, Cedarville, and Mansfield all are 1-3, and then Hackett's 0-4. So we've got some very important games going on tonight in conference to determine playoff seeding. 4th and 1 here from the 29-yard line of the Tigers. 6:23 left to go here in the first. Hand off to Cody Ellett, sidestep. Cody's got the first down. He's going to be up over to about the 23-yard line. What a run by the senior.
That's a good job. And if he doesn't have to lunge through that,
yes,
he finds himself in a situation where he's got a lot of real estate in front of him. But excellent job either way by Elliott to find that hole, get the necessary yardage plus some, and continue this drive. Big opportunity for Bearcats.
6:05 left to go here in the first quarter. Tigers are up 7-0 after taking 2 plays to go around 70, 80 yards. Cats have their second possession of the game, and it's going to be pitched to Trace Hall on the left-hand side. Trace turns on the Jets and got a flag coming in late, and that touchdown's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back. You've seen the big block right there by Brooks Herrera to help make that happen. I talked to the coaching staff early in the week, and that was the thing that they missed most on that side.
Yes.
It wasn't, he runs a 4, or before the injury, ran a 4.340.
Yeah.
Could fly defensive. We've missed him in the secondary, but they said his blocking on the outside has been the biggest loss.
Yes.
So that's one of the main reasons they're trying to get him back in the game. Maybe not necessarily for a ton of carries every night. He'll get a few, but for his ability to get in the way.
Get a key block here and there like that last play. And so that's going to back us up. And we'll do this again.
Yeah, with the play being 10 yards up, we're backing it up, and it's like nothing happened. First and 10 from the same position.
So 5:35 left to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line of the Tigers. Tatum under center. Hall goes in motion, looking to pass, and just incomplete, intended for Brooks. Just a little too much behind that throw right there.
Yeah, just wasn't able to get the position he needed there. Brooks a little slow to get out. Boy, that makes me nervous every time he gets near a ball, but he's jogging off the field. Interesting decision there to go for the pass, looking to catch Charleston off guard. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to connect. 2nd and 10 from the 23-yard line.
So 5:25 left to go here in the first. Lentz is checked in for Brooks at the left halfback. Hall is your right halfback. And it's going to be a pitch over here to Connor Lentz on the right-hand side. Connor throws a little stiff arm, and he's going to be maybe back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And, hey, that's the first carry for a freshman in, 30-something years?
Yeah, it's
on a varsity team?
Been a long time, and, due to a lot of issues that's come up over the last few days, we've got a couple freshmen suiting up tonight. Connor Lentz, and number 3, and Hunter Warren,
35.
Number 35. Two big players on that junior high offense.
That's right.
Looking to see if they can carry over some of that success into the senior high level tonight.
3rd and 10 here for the Cats. Big play right here coming up. And it's going to be Tatum on the keeper. He cuts right back upfield, dives forward, and look where the side judge is marking. It's going to be about 4th and 3, or 4th and a long 2.
Yeah, that's a great job by Tatum just to stretch out to get a little bit more right there. It looks like it's going to be placed 3 yards short at the 16-yard line. I wouldn't be shocked if you see another timeout call. I know it's early and not really what you want to do, but wouldn't be shocked. We'll see what they decide. Either way, this is a big play coming up.
Maybe we can try to get them to draw off sides here with the hard count.
Yeah, but need to try it. They don't.
And they don't. We head off to Hall, and he gets maybe a yard or two there.
Yeah, I don't think he got enough. Looks like they're going to place him about a yard short.
Yeah. That was Ketter there on the stop for the Tigers. That's Britton Ketter, number 34 that was.
Guys, we excuse me, Zach, I'm sorry. We talked last week. The big thing that was going to have to be cleaned up was penalties.
Yes.
And, we gave Mansfield at the half as many penalty yards as they had offensive yards. And tonight, a big penalty right there to wipe off the touchdown run,
Yep.
and Charleston takes advantage of it. That's something that's going to need to be cleaned up throughout the night.
Scott is the lone man in the backfield. We got Ketter going out in motion, and a little slant route. Wow, what a grab there by number 2, Mariska.
That was a hard thrown ball. He's got a cannon.
Quick release.
He showed it all year. Receiver had a step on his man. That's Herrera, able to catch that bullet somehow. I don't know how he got his hands up in time. But he did. That's a great play. 1st and 10 coming up from the 32-yard line.
Brevin Ketter is to the right of Scott. 2 receivers to either side. Scott is back. Got a little pressure, not just too much, and Mariska is going to catch it again. And let's see if he can get tackled or if he's going to go to the house. And touchdown, Tigers, with 3:25 left to go here in the first quarter. And that was, what was that, Isaac? 80 yards?
It was from the 32.
78?
It was from the 32-yard line.
32-yard line, so, yeah. What? 68, yeah. 3:25 left to go here in the first quarter. The Tigers are up 13-0 over the Bearcats. Britton Ketter to do the kicking here for the Tigers. The snap, the hold is good, and kick is up. And it is good. So with 3:25 left to go here in the first, it's 14-0 Tigers over the Bearcats. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, the home of champions, right off DJ George Drive, Shield Field, Don Elmore Press Box. The Booneville Bearcats and the Charleston Tigers are battling for the 3A1 conference title tonight with Lavaca's loss last week to Greenland. The Tigers and the Bearcats are the only 2 undefeated teams left in conference. So we got playoff seeding on the line, not just in this game, but the rest of the games in the conference. We've got 3 teams lined up with 1 and 3 on the year for conference, so we'll see how that all turns out.
I think right here is a big possession, guys. You've got to get something on the board right here. The way that Scott's moved the ball down the field so quick, I think there's been 4 plays, 14 yards, till the defense has time to catch up. Offense is going to have to score every time they touch the ball.
Yeah, high kick. Fielded by Hall at the 2-yard line, and he gets tackled about got a flag coming in late.
I think that's going to be on the Bearcats. I'm not 100% sure. I think I may have seen a block in the back right there in front of him. I don't know if that's what the call is or not, but we'll see what they come up with. Got a holding call is what they called.
And you talked about it a while ago. Penalties. That's that's our 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, just something that's going to have to be cleaned up, and that might have been a little tic-tac, especially coming on a kickoff return, but
yeah, backside. It wasn't even close to the play either.
No, so I don't know. Some officials will let some of that go when it's backside, nowhere near the play. But either way, that's the call. And now we're back deep in our own territory.
Lentz goes in motion. It's going to be Elliott up the middle. He gets maybe 4 yards there on the carry. And guys, honestly, we may just have to ride on Cody's legs tonight. He's doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, he is. He's getting his 4 to 5 yards of carry that we need to kind of sustain some long drives. Do it just enough to some of these other guys, to make them have to take them serious. But looks like he's going to be our main ball handler tonight.
Tatum under center. Hall goes in motion, and it's going to be Elliott again right up the middle, but he is met about 2 yards and just kind of stood up. 62. Hunter Little, he's the leading tackler for the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like that was about a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 2 situation. And what do you guys think? If you're moving forward, are we already in 4-down territory?
Depends on this play right here.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
I think if you get to 4th and 1, 4th and inches, you might as well go for it.
I think you do.
I mean,
you know, my opinion, I think we're in a situation where you're going to have to score, and it's hard to score when you don't have the ball in your hands.
Osborne's coming in at tight end on the right-hand side. Tatum on the keeper, and PT's going to have the first down up to about the 20-yard line. And good job there by the senior quarterback.
It was a great job. And see, now we don't have to worry about my little
That's right.
Little,
we go on
predicament
for it.
we could have fell in there. We get the necessary yardage. It's a great job by Tatum just to kind of lower his shoulder and find something. Wasn't a big run, but it was the necessary run.
So 1:48 left to go here in the first quarter. Hall and Lentz are your halfbacks. Elliott is your fullback. And Peyton Tatum is your quarterback. And it's going to be handoff to Cody Elliott right up the middle. And he gets about 4, almost 5 yards there on the carry. And another good run there by Cody.
Yeah, it is. It looks like they're going to give him that 5th yard that we were talking about. Bring up that 2nd and 5. And Elliott just keeps on turning those legs, and that's what the Bearcat offense is going to need.
Looks like Manson's going to be split out to the left. Cameron Osborne, number 70, he is in at tight end for the Bearcats at the right-hand side. PT comes up under center. And it's going to be Elliott again on the handoff, and he gets 2, almost 3 from where that far side judge is standing, it looks like.
This looks similar. We're in a 3rd and 2 situation. I think this may be about the 5th time we've been 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 tonight, and I think that's just going to kind of be our game plan tonight. Just a few here, a few there. Look to eat that clock. If you get touchdown here and one big stop, and all of a sudden you're right back on the right side of things. So keep moving right here.
32 seconds left on the clock and 8 seconds left on the game clock. And a pitch over here to Trace Hall on the right-hand side. And Trace is going to be, looks like he's going to have the first down. Good job by Brooks over here just to get enough on his guy right there.
Yeah, he kind of got in the way. It wasn't a successful block in the fact like that one on the called back touchdown earlier, but he does just good enough to get in the way, prevent him from moving forward.
And looks like that's going to, sorry, Jake.
You're good.
That's going to be the final play of the first quarter. So at the end of one, your Booneville Bearcats are losing to the Charleston Tigers 14-0. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. We are back here at Bearcat Stadium. Started the second quarter. The Charleston Tigers are up 14-0 over the Booneville Bearcats. Caden and Bubba Wickton are cheering on the Cats tonight from, as well as Pop and Mims. I hope I said that right, Joe. And JoJo's house, and they say, "Go Cats." And Trace Hall there on the carry. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage there, guys. So 2nd and 10 again for the Bearcats. Got 11:40 left to go here in the second quarter. Let's see here. See if I can get some scores real quick. Washburn split out to the left, Matson out to the right. And it's going to be a pitch over here to Trace Hall on the right-hand side.
There
and
you go,
Trace is over the 40,
There you go,
45,
Trace.
40, 35, 30, 25, cuts back over to the 20, 15, 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Bearcats.
That's what we
Trace
needed,
Hall.
guys. That's what we needed, a big momentum shift.
Hey, I want to brag on the freshman right there, Connor Lentz, threw a good block, just enough to let Trace get by, and I don't remember who else was in front of him blocking, but good blocking there by the Cats. And what a run by Trace Hall. That was what, 60 or 58 yards, Isaac? Oh, they took it off the scoreboard where they were.
A long way.
A long ways, yes, sir. Marcos Major's kick is up, and it is good. So with 11:11 left to go here in the second quarter, Charleston Tigers 14, Booneville Bearcats 7. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. And what do you think so far, Isaac? You haven't talked too much tonight. What do you think?
No, my voice is going out.
Oh.
No, they're doing pretty good. It's just best to do a little bit better on defense and get a few stops.
Yeah? That kind of hit the nail on the head.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot your voice was going out.
we've got to get some stops, and the deal is he's got 150 yards nearly through the air already. And
Yeah,
he's
through
had
the
4
first
plays.
Yeah.
You know, so we've got to do a better job of getting pressure on him for one, and then our coverage in the
Onside kick here for the Cats. It's, oh, tartar sauce. Probably going to be offsides, I bet.
Probably so. That was I like that decision to do that.
Yeah.
Do that early. If you can get lucky and get one of them to bounce your way, suddenly, you know, you put one more score up and it's a new ball game, and you've got all the momentum.
That's right.
You know, leading into the second part of this half. So I like the decision to go for it there. Unfortunately, it doesn't go our way. Now we're going to be backed up a little bit and have to kick this thing deep or pooch kick it here.
Yeah, from the 40. So, I mean, they know there's an onside kick coming and or a pooch kick. But you got a lot of space back here at the 30 to the 20 if we could land it back there. The guys back there is number 34 on this side. That's Ketter, Bryton Ketter. Number 4 is going to be the man in the middle. That is Brevin Ketter. I'm sorry, he's on the far side. Guy in the middle, I believe, is probably Reese Mareshka. And Brighton fields it, cuts back to the left-hand side, and he's got pretty much a wall over there. Cody Elliott, there's another flag coming in, guys.
Got a flag. Hope we're looking to maybe get lucky here and one go our way, but I'm not sure. I didn't see it. He had a lot of room to run on that side of the field.
They kind of set up a side wall over there almost.
But everybody seems to be moving in a Booneville Bearcat direction here. Going back. Got a block in the back call.
So big break there for the Cats. Back the Tigers up 10.
Yeah, it looked like the penalty was about the 25-yard line, 27-yard line, so they're going to place that thing about the 17, it looks like. And now we've seen Scott. He's done an excellent job to start this game at the quarterback position. 3 plays, 140 yards. We've got to do a better job of getting pressure on him and letting a play have to develop a little bit longer in order to get a big stop.
And going to do a little receiver screen to the left-hand side. And he's going to have the first down. That was 11 there on the reception. Jones. Freshman Hunter Warren there on the stop, so first tackle as a varsity Bearcat. Another little receiver screen to Jones. It's the same exact play. Why not? You got 10 yards on it last time.
Yeah, that's a play that, looking at film, they ran a whole lot.
Yes,
A lot
they
of
did.
their yards have come on little pass plays like that quick, and then gets you in that momentum, and he attacks you with that strong arm downfield that we've seen already. So good play call there by them to kind of set some stuff up for the future. Bearcats looking to make a big stop and move it backwards right here.
Two receivers to either side. Scott is your quarterback, and he's looking deep here. Got some pressure. He's going to keep it, and he's up over midfield. He's got a good block over here from number 9, and Peyton Tatum there on the stop for the Bearcats, all the way down at the 22-yard line of the Bearcats.
Yeah, the coverage was better right there, but
was.
Unfortunately there's nobody able to contain the quarterback, and he's able to just kind of run free all the way down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up, and the Bearcats need to find a way to get a big stop here, try to hold them to at least a field goal attempt.
And he got a whistle. Probably going to have a timeout by the Bearcats with 10:07 left to go here in the first half. Charleston Tigers are up 14-7, and we'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Don Elmore press box just right off DJ George Drive. Speaking of DJ George, Mr. George is in the house tonight for senior night. Always glad to have our number 1 super fan at the games. And Glenn, yes, I better give Glenn a shout out. I'll get in trouble if I don't give Glenn a shout out. He's our other super fan. Scott's your quarterback, and it's going to be a toss to Ketter on the left-hand side. And Tatum on the stop again. And, hey, PT's doing a good job from the linebacker spot tonight, guys.
Yeah, he is. He's very inexperienced. I talked to him a little bit earlier today after the pep rally. He told me he was doing that tonight and that he didn't know what was going to happen. He's never done this before. He was
right.
But, you know, he's a competitor, man.
He's
a competitive kid. He was excited for the challenge. Pretty good job by him on the chase.
Little screen, receiver screen again, and incomplete. And we needed that right there, guys. Brings up 3rd and 3 from the 15-yard line of the Bearcats with 9:35 left to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we needed that big. And you know, sometimes best thing that can happen isn't something that you have any control over.
Right.
You know, it's just a mistake on their end, and we'll certainly take it. Need one more big stop here and force Charleston into decision-making mode on what they're going to do with the 4th down attempt.
Brett Welling comes into the game for Obar. Hard count there by the Tigers. Scott looks back to the sideline here. 2 receivers to either side. Brevin Ketter is your halfback, number 4. Scott's your halfback, number 12. Or Scott's your quarterback, number 12. And just right up the middle, he's going to have the first down. And he's going to be in for a touchdown. And, guys, he kind of made that look a little easy.
Yeah, he did. That's not a very good job by the defense of wrapping up and making a tackle right there. It didn't look like anybody wanted to wrap him up and just drag him down. There's a lot of body tackles. And if we're going to have any sort of chance of winning this thing, we're going to need to do a better job defensively of wrapping up and making a big stop when you have an opportunity.
So 9:27 left to go here in the first half. Charleston Tigers are up 20-7. The hold is up, kick is up, and it is good. So your Charleston Tigers are up 21-7 with 9:27 left to go here in the first half. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. The Charleston Tigers are up 21-7 over your Booneville Bearcats. Ketter is doing the kicking for the Tigers. Back deep is Trace Hall. Number 3, Connor Lentz on the far side. And Cody Elliott over here closest to us. Some other guys out there on the return team. Number 52, that's Ferris Daines. He got a big interception last week against the Tigers. He
Had
got
that
big
Ray
country.
Lewis dance, too.
He did, didn't he? The whole sideline went nuts when he intercepted that ball, too. I went back and watched it. Always fun to see someone intercept the ball.
So, I got to, well, no, never mind. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
It's a great interception.
And here's the kick from Ketter. Midway into the end zone, so the Cats are going to take over their own 20.
All right, guys, we're in this situation again. It feels like it's kind of a must-score opportunity here, especially with Charleston going to get the ball to start the second half. You've got to keep up with them here and just look to get that one big stop, that elusive stop that we've at times this year had a little bit of difficulty finding, certainly tonight. Get that one stop, and you can find yourself back in a position where you can win this game. But before you do that, you've got to score with them.
That's right. Hall goes in motion. Cody Elliott gets the ball right up the middle. Cody's got the first down, cuts back over to the right-hand side, back to the left, across midfield, 45-40. What a run there by the senior fullback, Cody Elliott.
Boy, he was just shedding bodies off of him right there.
He was.
Just yanking himself and kept going. It's an excellent job by Elliott up the middle of the field and make something happen there. And that's what the Bearcat offense has got to do tonight. They've got to continue. I know I've said it 100 times. They've got to continue to match with Charleston until we can get that big stop. That's an excellent job by Elliott. Give Booneville an opportunity here.
Good. About 43 yards there on the carry by Cody. It's kind of like Isaac said a while ago. The team that punts the less is going to win. Matson split out to the right. Washburn to the left. And it's going to be keeper by PT on the right-hand side.
Great job, PT.
What a read there. He got a hold or a flag, and I bet it's a hold.
Yeah, probably so. Continuing to shoot herself in the foot with the flags throughout the night, and that is what it is, guys. It's a hold. Going to bring it back. Negates a great run right there by PT, doing his part tonight to keep this ball moving. Unfortunately, the yards will be taken away, and we'll be losing a few more. Ball will be placed at the 46-yard line here. 1st and 19 coming up for the Bearcats.
8:48 left to go here in the second quarter. 1st and 20. Peyton Tatum's your quarterback. Trace Hall split out to, or Trace Hall is not split out. Matson is. Hall is your right halfback, though. Lentz is your left halfback. Lentz goes in motion. It's going to be keeper by PT on the left-hand side. And Tatum gets up over past the original line of scrimmage and is brought down by number 5, Wally Carroll. He's the second leading tackler for the Tigers.
Excellent, excellent job by PT. He's going to have to carry more of a load tonight than he has in previous games, and so far he seems to be up to the task. Great little, was it an 11-yard run right there to get the Bearcats back on the right side of the chains. Excellent job, Tatum.
Got 14 seconds left on the play clock, 8 minutes left on the game clock. Hall goes in motion. Hand off to Elliott on the left-hand side. Cody's going to be close to the first down marker.
Looks like they're going to place him a yard or 2 yards short right here. Bring up a 3rd and 2 situation coming up. Bearcats 1 timeout remaining. I don't think this would be the time to use one, but you're definitely in 2-down territory here. So you're looking to draw up a couple of plays to get you close to that yard to gain.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jake. Sorry, I was messing with the old phone here. And going to have the first down there by Cody Elliott. Bearcats are going to be up over to the 26-yard line.
That's a great job by that offense right there. A little bit of, like we were talking earlier with the penalties, shooting yourself in the foot, backing it up 1st and 20, and able to just continue to strike and move forward to get them back on the right side here. 1st and 10 coming up. The clock continues to tick with 7 minutes left in the quarter. Plenty of time to make something happen.
Lentz goes in motion here for your Booneville Bearcats. Hall is your right halfback. Elliott's your fullback. Washburn is your receiver over here on the left, and it's going to be a keeper by PT, and he gets maybe 3 yards there on the carry.
Yeah, not a lot of room to work right there. Did a good job just to kind of lower it, lunge forward, and fall forward, and gain a couple there.
Matson's going to come out, and Osborne's going to come in at tight end on the right-hand side for your Booneville Bearcats. PT comes up under center. Lentz goes in motion. It's going to be hand off to Cody Elliott up the middle. Maybe a yard there on the carry there by Cody.
Got a 3rd and 7 situation coming up. Big play right here. Again, we're 2 down territory. You don't have to get it all in one, but it certainly helps to get a lot of it on this 3rd down play and give yourself a big opportunity to continue this drive.
West Fork is up 28-0 over Hackett in the second quarter. And then Prescott's up 14-0 over Smackover. That's also in the second. And it'll be a pinch to Connor Lentz. Picks it up. And lost there on the play. Brings up 4th down. And like you said, 2 down territory here for the Cats.
Yeah, and that's not what we needed there going backwards. And that's something you don't really think about, but that's a kid working with a new quarterback on short notice.
Yes.
Coming in, stepping in tonight, and unfortunately the connection's just not there, and we've lost a yard.
Yeah.
Willing to bet this would be a big timeout situation where you're going to need one. Clock ticking under 5 minutes.
So the Bearcats are going to take their last timeout of the first half with 4:53 left to go here in the second quarter. Charleston's up 21-7 over your Booneville Bearcats. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. Chuck just said that Marcos was going to go on to try a field goal, but Bearcats changed their mind. We're going to go for it. 4th and 8, ball's on the 23-yard line of the Tigers. 4:53 left to go here in the second quarter. Hall goes in motion and gets the pitch on the right-hand side. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and Bearcat defense is going to come back onto the field and going to have to get a stop right here.
Yeah, now you've set yourself in a position where not only are you going to be down 1 like you would be with the score, but with a touchdown, the potential to go down 3 with Charleston getting the ball back. So you've got to come up with something here if you're going to have any sort of momentum going into the half.
Scott's going to be your quarterback. Number 4, Brevin Ketter is your halfback. 2 receivers to either side for the Tigers. They have the ball on their own 22-yard line with 4:48 left to go here in the second quarter. Little receiver screen that they've had very good success with, and he gets 15 yards there on the pass.
Yeah, great job by, which kid was that on the, I never seen his number.
11, Jones. I think that's the only guy they've ran that to on that
Yeah.
side. You got Hicks and Warren, Hunter Warren, the freshman, on the stop for your Bearcats. So 1st and 10, ball's on the 37-yard line now of the Tigers. 4:13 left to go here in the first half. Same formation here for the Tigers. Scott looking. I'm just kind of just waiting to see what he does here. Scrambles. Elliott's in position. Little sidestep. And what a lick out there by Cody, making up for that little juke he got juked.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about how mobile he is. Not only does he have the arm to play quarterback, but he's got the legs too. He's a dual threat guy. Showed it there.
Rusher, excuse me.
Yeah, leading rusher, leading everything offensive categories. So great job by him.
And it's going to be handoff to Ketta right up the middle, and Johnny Barnes there on the stop for the Cats.
Clock continues to move. We're in 3:30 mark left in the game, or left in the half. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Sean, let us know if that gets any better. Same formation here for the Tigers. Scott's dropping back. Has this. Did he catch that?
Yeah, they're going to call it a catch.
Jones on the reception there for the Tigers, and
that was a great catch.
That was
great
a great
play.
catch.
They've definitely got the weapons.
They do. And it's going to be a handoff to Ketta right up the middle. And Bearcats stop it there.
Ketter, he's just a hard-nosed runner. He's able to shed multiple tackles right there and continue to turn them feet. Fortunately, it was for minimal gain there, gain of about 2 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 8. Charleston moving a little quick now. We're at the 2.5-minute mark.
2:25 left to go here in the second quarter. Scott's going to throw it deep and incomplete out of the back of the end zone, and they were close to hitting the goalpost there, I think.
They were, and that's what we were talking about earlier we've got to have more of. That's one of the first times he's had a lot of pressure on him, and he forced up a wild throw, off-balance throw, and was nearly intercepted. And could have been. I believe it would probably been out the back of the end zone.
Right.
And it was a well-placed ball for the throw that he needed to make there. But we're going to have more of that as this night continues, because they're going to continue to drop back and throw.
They are. You got to give credit to the guys right there up front. That's Big Country, number 58, Matt Obar, David Hicks, 66, and Lance Sims, number 75. Hard count here by the Tigers, 3rd and 8. And Coach May's going to want to take a timeout and discuss it with 2:18 left to go here until halftime. Charleston Tigers are up 21-7 over your Booneville Bearcats. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. DJ George, just right off DJ George Drive, Shield Field, Don Elmore press box. Charleston Tigers take a timeout. Very big, crucial 3rd down here for the Tigers and the Bearcat defense. Looks like Scott's going to be the lone man back there in the backfield. Everybody in tight except for number 9 over here, Sebastian Gona. And he's going to catch it. It's number 7 there on the
another couple
or
broken.
That's number 2. That's Reese Marcheska.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Another 2 broken tackles right there. Just continuing to not wrap up, kind of putting a good little pop on him, but not finishing the tackle. Now we're going to be in a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Plenty of time for this offense.
And Scott's going to keep it right up the middle. And I think the little second effort there may have got him in.
They're going to call him short.
Ooh.
Good stop by the defense right there to continue this drive. Clock ticks at 1:48 left in the half. Plenty of time for this offense. Booneville needs a big stop, get a lot of pressure right here. 2nd and goal from the 1.
1:35 left to go here in the first half. You got Scott and Ketter back there. Brevin Ketter back there, that is. And it's just right up the middle with Scott. And what a hit! Was that a Hicks only hit? Brooks Herrera in there. And that was Hunter Warren.
Hunter Warren,
wow, what a hit by the freshman.
Coming in ready to make a play. You like
right.
to see that.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we're running in a new group of line here. It's what Coach May used to call the jumbo package, I believe he called it.
And it's just going to be
probably a QB sneak if
right
I
up
had to
the
guess.
middle.
Right up the middle.
Yeah.
Bearcats know it's coming.
And he's going to be in.
And he is in for the touchdown.
So with 45 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, the Charleston Tigers go up 27-7 over your Booneville Bearcats. So Ketter to do the PAT here for the Tigers. Even though they did score there, guys, I must say that was a pretty good effort by the defense and a good hit on that 3rd down play by the freshman Hunter Warren. Here's the snap. The hold's good. The kick is up, and it is good. 45 seconds left to go until halftime. The Tigers are up 28-7 over the Bearcats. We'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium. The Tigers are up 28-7 over the Booneville Bearcats. Back deep for you Bearcats, number 7, Trace Hall, Connor Lentz on the far side, and Cody Elliott over here on the left-hand side. Broughton Ketter to do the kicking here for the Tigers. Farmington is up 16-14 over Shiloh Christian, and the Elks of Elkins are up 17-7 over Ozark in the second quarter. Ketter approaches the ball, and it's going to be fielded about the 3-yard line by Cody Elliott. Drops it, picks it up, cuts to the right-hand side, and good run there by Cody. Just driving those legs, and he's going to be tackled about the 25-yard line. And I think they missed a face mask because Cody had to adjust his helmet while he was running.
Yeah, I think they missed it too. I thought I saw something in there, but either way, that's a great run by Elliott, especially after he fumbled the initial catch right there. Finally brought down by a whole gang of Tigers there. 33 seconds left. I would look to probably see some outside runs here, maybe. You know, your 33 seconds, this doesn't necessarily suit our offense very well, such a short amount of time with no timeout. So we'll see what we draw up here and look to strike and get something on the board, a little momentum going into the half.
Lentz goes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Hall on the left-hand side. And he's going to get maybe 3 yards there on the carry. Center Point is up 14-7 over Paris in the second quarter right now. So 18 seconds left on the game clock until halftime. 2nd and 4 for your Cats, and they're just going to take their time. And that was probably the last play of the first half. So your halftime score is going to be the Charleston Tigers 28, your Booneville Bearcats 7. We'll take a little break and be right back, and we'll let you enjoy your halftime show, get you some stats, talk a little playoffs, and we'll get that underway. But we'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. Here is the Charleston Tiger Marching Band. That was the Charleston Tiger Marching Band, and now here comes your 2022 Booneville Bearcat award-winning marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, Booneville High School is proud to present the 2022 Booneville Bearcat Marching Band. Tonight the band will be performing their contest show of Steel and Stone. Movement 1 in the Stone, and Movement 2 the Gauntlet. Drum Major Ian Shackelford, is your band ready? You may take the field for halftime entertainment. Mellophone soloist Ian Shackelford. Now let's put our hands together as the intermediate band takes the field. Now the combined band will play Movement 3, authors Fanfare Promise Me, and Cherokee. The Bearcat Marching Band celebration of Brian Rhodes and Angela Rhodes. Another field command and drum major for Ian Shackelford. Color guard sponsor is Tina Wilson. The Intervenience Band next performance will be next Thursday, October 27th, right here at Booneville Stadium. The Bearcat Marching Band next performance will be Friday, October 28th, in Lavaca when the Bearcats take on the Golden Arrows. Enjoy the rest of the game and go Bearcats!
And that was your halftime performance. We'll go over just a little bit stats for you folks. Okay. There we go. All right. Here's your halftime stats. Booneville Bearcats, 245 yards of offense. Every single bit of it has been on the ground.
Yep.
4 of 7 on third down. Third down conversions. We got 5 penalties for 33 yards. One of those penalties took off the first touchdown, on which we wound up punting, if I remember correct. Well,
Turnover on downs.
There's turnover on downs. You're
Yeah,
right.
we were down about the 20-yard line,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
So if we just didn't have that penalty there, it could easily be 28-14 right now. Charleston Tigers, 322 yards of offense, 100 on the ground, 222 through the air, and yeah, Mr. Scott's done a phenomenal job. Hard to cover. You get pressure on him, he can run. He's the leading rusher. They are 3 of 3 on third down as well.
Yeah, and that's huge, being 3 of 3. It means you're keeping your offense on the field.
Yeah.
You're eating up the clock, whereas ours is 4 of 7. So there's 3 times we've had to either do turnover downs, do the fourth down, or punt. So
Yeah.
those are both giving the ball away. We don't want to do that.
No. They also have 2 penalties for 10 yards.
It's blocking the back.
Yeah. Now we'll do some individual stats. For your Charleston Tigers, Scott is 8 of 10 passing for 222 yards and a touchdown. He's also their leading rusher with 72 yards on 6 carries. Reese or Sheska. Did I say it right, Isaac? I hope so. If not, I'm sorry. He's got 3 catches, 103 yards. Huck has 1 catch for 63. Jones, 3 for 36. A lot of his has been on that little screen. And then Bryton Ketter is 1 for 20. Leading tackler is number 34, Bryton Ketter with 7. Hunter Little, 4 tackles. Titan Jones, 3.5, as well as Mashevska with 3.5. For your Booneville Bearcats, Cody Elliott's your leading rusher, 13 carries for 99 yards. Trace Hall, 8 carries for 91 yards. And Peyton Tatum, 7 carries for 55 yards. Brooks Herrera and Connor Lentz. Brooks has 1 carry for no yards, and Connor Lentz, the freshman, 2 carries for no yards. Leading tackler for the Cats is Cody Elliott, the senior, as followed by 2 other seniors. Brooks Herrera and Peyton Tatum all have 2.5, as well as freshman Hunter Warren has 2.5 tackles. Trace Hall has 1.5, as well as David Hicks and Johnny Barnes. The Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. The Booneville Bearcats will kick off. I guess Isaac can go ahead and pull up the playoff bracket, and we'll talk about it just a little as they've added some more time to the clock up there. Let's see. So, yeah, there's the playoff bracket. It's not very good. It's small.
It's not very good.
As well as, I will say, how the AAA does it, you've got the winner of this game, pretty much Prescott and Rosin all on the same side of the bracket.
Yeah.
That's 2, 3, 4 of your top 5.
Yeah, it's
don't make it look
a
sense.
little odd how it worked out, and it actually works out where if you win this game, you're punished by being on the same side of the bracket as all those guys.
Yeah,
So
and
you're 2, or not win this game, but finish second in your conference, I guess I should say. you'll be on the opposite side of all those top teams. So it's weird how it worked out this
Yeah.
year. I don't remember it looking that way in previous years.
Not that I can think of.
It's usually fairly even, but
Yeah. So at the top of the bracket, Conference 4 will have the first bye on the very top, so they'll be home all the way down. Then below that, they will play the 3rd seed out of the Conference 6 versus the 4th seed out of our conference. Right now, that is Greenland. And Greenland is playing Cedarville, so very big game for them if they want to stay in the playoff run, which they should. Them and Mansfield and West Fork all have 1 win. I want to make sure I tell you right. Greenland has 2 wins. West Fork, Cedarville, and Mansfield all have 1 win each. All right.
sorry, wasting time.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking and Jake was showing us something.
Showing videos.
Let's see. But I done lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No.
audience.
But no. So, yeah, the loser of this game more likely will finish second. Granted, he's still got 2 more games left. Lavaca will have a say about that, too.
Right. Still got the head-to-head with them coming
Yeah,
up next
and
week.
they're playing Mansfield tonight. But the second team from our conference is going to be on the very bottom of the top bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 1 home game, and then you'll be on the road the rest of the way, unless you have some upsets along the way, and then you'll be back at home. The winner of this game is going to be on the top part, be in the middle, but each bracket's kind of broke up into 4 quadrants.
Right.
And the winner of this game, more likely to be the conference champs, will be on the top of the bottom quadrant of the bottom bracket and have home games until they go all the way to the semis. Here is Marcos Major's kick, and good kick, and it's fielded by Ketters. He goes into the end zone, and I tell you what, we'll take this time to thank our sponsors, as we have not done that a single bit, so I do apologize for that. Our exclusive broadcast advisor for the app and BoonevilleBearcats.com. First Western Banks, they've been serving our local community for over 110 years. Our premier sponsors, 5B Properties and B Plus Storage Solutions. See Calvin Bennett for your rental needs. And Community National Bank, let Brett Cook and staff take care of your banking needs. Looks like we got Ferris Danes, number 52, out there for you Bearcats on defense. Scott is going to be your quarterback. Number 9 is going to be split out wide for the Tigers. Now you got Ketter rolling out. I'm sorry, that's Mariska. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds by number 22. That's Matson.
Yeah,
Got Cody Elliott coming back into the game for the Cats as Ferris Danes comes out. Garrick Barr is out on defense right now, outside linebacker. And Hunter Warren, he is your inside linebacker with Elliott. Scott's rolling to his left. Got pressure from Johnny Barnes. Now you got Barr over here. And Garrick Barr doing a good job to force him down the sideline. And Mr. David Hicks tackles him. He's going to be close to a first down, though.
Yeah, it looks like they're placing it right at that line to gain. Most likely going to lead, and it is. They went ahead and called it a first down here, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball reaches the midfield area, 47-yard line. That was a pretty good job right there by our defense. They got the pressure in the back.
Yeah.
Elusive runner, and Scott was able to make a man miss and pick up the yardage needed.
Sims and Todd comes into the game for the Bearcats, and number 9 there on the reception. That's Gayona there on the reception for the Tigers. And it's going to be 2nd and about 2 for the Tigers with 11:06 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
I believe that was number 12, Peyton Tatum, first to meet him.
And looks like Tatum has shifted back to his normal spot at safety, so that's why you've got Dylan Todd in at linebacker. You had Ferris Daines rotating in there for Elliott just a second ago. Cameron Osborne is your other outside linebacker. Tigers are taking their time right now. Scott is the lone man in the backfield for the Tigers. And going to have a timeout by the Tigers.
Nothing looked right there.
Yeah.
Nobody, it was like they couldn't get the right call in. Took a long development there to get a play in to begin with, and then nobody could get lined up where they needed to. It's a good timeout by Charleston, a good job by the Bearcat defense, looking to make a big stop and try to find a little momentum in this half.
I do have a halftime score. Hackett is losing to the West Fork Tigers 35-0. And that'll be a big win for the Tigers, considering right now they are sitting in the 5th spot. They have 13 tiebreaker points. Cedarville and Mansfield and West Fork all are 1 and 3 in conference, with West Fork with 13 tiebreaker points. Cedarville has 6 tiebreaker points, and Mansfield has 4 tiebreaker points. So that may very well come down to the last spot, how many points you scored in conference.
Right.
That is victory. However much you win by, in case y'all don't know, is how many points you get. If you win by 35, anything over 13, you get 13 points for.
Right.
So that's how that works, if anybody was curious. Another game to watch out for in the 3A2, Melbourne is playing Newport tonight. They're undefeated in their conference, and Perryville and Quitman battling for the 3rd and 4th seed tonight in the 3A2. 2 receivers to the right, 1 over to the left, and
got a false start penalty right there.
That's going to be big. We needed that right there. Brings up 2nd and 7 from midfield.
I can't imagine there being something as frustrating as coming out of a timeout, having your play call, know what you're going on, you just have that conversation, and then to have a false start penalty.
Yeah.
It's got to be frustrating.
So you're going to have 5 wide, trips to the left, 2 over here to the right. Scott, you quarterback, and just quarterback keeper on the right-hand side, and tripped up by his own man, Gayona, but he's going to have the first down. We was talking about the 3A4. They'll have the first bye. They're on top of the bracket for the playoffs. Centerpoint and Glen Rose are the 2 undefeated teams in that conference. A while ago, Centerpoint was ahead over Paris 14-7.
14-7 in the first quarter.
And I'll have to see if I've got a score update on that game. 2 receivers to either side. And a little receiver screen to Gayona, and good job by Matson and Brooks Herrera there on the stop for the Bearcats.
Yeah, that's an excellent job by your 2 secondary guys there to get a stop. It's a pretty good yardage play there, 5 yards for Charleston, but for the way it's went for Booneville on that side of the ball so far, we'll take anything keeping the ball in front of them.
And this little toss to Ketter on the left-hand side. He's going to have the first down. And knocked out of bounds by Cameron Osborne, I believe.
It's going to be enough for a first down for the Charleston Tiger offense. Ball's going to be placed at about the 25-yard line here. 1st and 10 coming up, 9:34 left in the quarter.
Two receivers to either side for the Tigers. Little screen pass to Jones over there. And good job by the Cats defense.
Yeah, that was a better job of defending that play. We've been burned on that a few times throughout the night, so it's good to see us make a little progression there. Gain of, looks like 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Got about 9-10 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Scott's going to be your quarterback. 2 receivers to either side. Brevin Ketter is to the left. Now he motions out. A little pass over here to the right-hand side, and good catch there by Gayona. And that was, a real good catch, kind of almost like you want to protect something. Well, if you want to, look up Mr. Gerald Baker and Shelter Insurance.
Yeah, for all your protection needs.
That's right.
I can fill your bank account. rising with that one. You
Yes.
deserved a pay raise for that one. Scott looks to the sideline here for his play. Got a 3rd and 1 coming up. Opportunity for Booneville to make a stop and force them into field goal position here.
8:14 left to go here in the third. Scott's rolling to his left. Still has time, and see, they said he caught it.
Yeah, I think he did. It looked like
Got
he got
under
his
it just a
hands.
little.
Looked like his hands got under it. Ball was thrown a little low, and he had to go to the ground to get it, but excellent job by him. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. And if the Bearcat defense ever needed a stop, now's the time.
Yes.
We're in a situation down 3 scores. We got to come up with something big here.
We got a pitch over here on the left-hand side, and he is met by the freshman Hunter Warren, and he's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line.
Warren stepped in tonight and shown that he's not afraid to put a lick on somebody, and that's, you know, he's a good kid. I've got him in class
Right, I
this
like
year.
Hunter.
He's in my world history. I've known him since he was young. I coached his sister in softball. Good kid, comes from a good family. Going to be a big piece for the future.
As Scott stumbles, but he's going to get in for his 3rd touchdown. So with 7:33 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, the Tigers are up 34-7 over your Booneville Bearcats. A couple other games kind of to decide stuff tonight. In the 3A3, I'll tell you after this PAT attempt by Ketter. Snap, the hold's good and is up high. The kick is good. 35-7 with 7:33 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3A3 is looking like Hoxie and Osceola, Walnut Ridge, and Manila are all undefeated in conference play. And so far, Hoxie is up 41-0 over Manila, and let's see, Walnut Ridge is up 14-12 at halftime over Osceola. Got a couple games being decided there. And then Quitman is up 28-27 over Perryville as they have scored. And we'll take a little break and be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, just right off DJ George Drive, Shield Field, Don Elmore press box. 7:33 left to go here in the 3rd. And your Booneville Bearcats are trailing the Charleston Tigers 35-7. Some guys out there on the kick return is 52, Ferris Daines, 58, Matt Obar, 56 will be Mr. Wingfield, number 55 will be Mr. Welling, and number 51, that's Cairo. 35, Hunter Warren's over here on this side. Then you have Peyton Tatum there in the middle and Matson on the far side. Your 3 guys deep is going to be Hall, and he fields it right at the goal line, cuts to the right side of the field. Now he decides to cut back, a little juking going on, and he's going to be down at 20, 21-yard line there. Going to bring on your Bearcat offense here. First possession of the 2nd half here for the Cats, and we'll see what we can get cooking.
Yeah, this hadn't been what many of us hoped for tonight. We're down 35-7, 1 score away from Mercy Rule situation.
Yeah.
Bearcats have got to do something to get a little bit of momentum going. I know we've had the cards stacked against us a little bit tonight with various reasons, but, you know, even with everything, we expected a better performance.
And what a run here by Tatum. He gets close to the 1st down, and he has taken quite a bit of the load tonight and stepped up.
Yeah, he's had to do much more tonight. He's probably doubled his carries on the season with tonight's game. He's done a good job. He's been able to move the sticks a little bit for Bearcat offense there and look to continue doing that throughout the rest of this half.
Matson's going to be split out to the right. Washburn over here to the left. Lentz is your left halfback. Hall's your right halfback, and Elliott's the fullback. And it's going to be a keeper by PT on the left-hand side. He's going to be close to about 5 yards there on the carry. And again, on the stop.
Yeah, again, just another good little run right there, 5-yard gain. It's nothing fancy about it, just what we need to continue moving up and down the field. The only downside to this is we don't have a lot of time left, and if you're looking to get back in this thing along with a lot of stops and a whole lot of stops, you've also got to score a lot of touchdowns.
That's right.
Have a little sense of urgency here as we go down the field.
Hall goes in motion. It's going to be handoff to Elliott. A little sidestep there by Cody. He gets maybe 2, almost 3 yards there on the carry. Brings up a 3rd and 3, it looks like.
Yeah, kind of
3rd and 2.
Kind of been what we've dealt with all night, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 situation. Looking to punch one up the middle. From any point from here on out, we're most likely in 4-down territory on short yardage plays. So Booneville looking to do something to pick up the majority of it, at least here.
PT's looking to the sidelines. Changing the play up. Hey, if you ever need to change your house up or anything, you always head down to S&W Home Center for all your hardware needs. And the Cats will take a timeout with 5:35 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we are back here at Bearcat Stadium after the timeout by the Bearcats. 5:35 left to go here in the 3rd. Cats are trailing 35-7 to the Tigers of Charleston. Handoff to Elliott up the middle, and he's going to be close. Depends on.
Yeah, it looks like they've given him a yard past
the
line to gain there. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 situation. And again, we've got a little momentum going. We haven't been able to get anything going once we've got on the opposite side of the field. Look to see us make a few changes and punch one in here.
That carry right there takes Cody up over the 100-yard mark for this game. And we keep her by PT on the left-hand side. PT throws a stiff arm out there, but didn't just get a whole lot, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it is. You're moving forward. It looks like we gained maybe, what is that, a gain of 3 yards right there, 3. So
yeah,
that second effort there got him 1 extra there. And 3-4 yards a pop, you can move down the field all day.
That's right. 4:50 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. What was that, Chuck? 31-7. PT on the keeper again on the right-hand side. He's going to have the 1st down and stopped at the 46-yard line of the Tigers.
Again, just another good job by Tatum.
Yes.
Carrying the load that he's been, forced to have to carry tonight, and he's done an excellent job of picking up the yards to gain all throughout the night, and another example of that right there, a good hard-nosed run.
1st and 10. Lentz goes in motion for the Bearcats, and it's going to be Elliott right up the middle, and he got maybe a yard on that.
Yeah, Elliott, he's throughout this night, he's done an excellent job. You said a while ago he's up over the 100-yard marker, but he's ran hard tonight, and he's taken a lot of hard licks. He's going to be a little sore tomorrow, I'm willing to bet, but you love to see it, and you love to see his effort every game.
3:50 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And it's going to be PT on the keeper and maybe a yard there on that carry.
Yeah, not a lot going there, nowhere to run.
Do have a halftime score. Newport and the Bearcats of Melbourne are in a close one. It's 8-7, the Greyhounds over the Bearcats there, as they are battling for the 3A2 conference title.
Melbourne's a top-ranked team in the state. I think I mentioned it a few weeks ago. I drove through Salem for the golf tournament, and they were out on the field both times I went. They were out practicing, and they looked good. They were big.
Pretty good team.
Looked like they looked athletic, had a good look to them.
Tatum looking to the sidelines. Got 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, and the Bearcats are going to take another timeout, and it's going to leave us with one. So 3:01 left to go here in the third. The Bearcats are trailing 35-7 over the Tigers. We'll be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. We are back here at Bearcat Stadium. I want to thank a couple more sponsors for the app and BoonevilleBearcats.com. The City of Booneville, a good hometown. Patriot Underground and Taylor Nieder. First Booneville, home of First Booneville students and First Booneville kids. Booneville Family Dental and Stacy Hobart Photo Art. Her and Mr. Bill do a phenomenal job taking pictures of all the events at the school, and give them a shout out. Tatum comes up under center for the Cats. Hall goes in motion, and he's going to keep it. Pitches over here to Trace Hall on the left-hand side. Juke move. Gets up to the 40, and it's going to bring up fourth down for the Bearcats.
Yeah, that's a good job by Trace, making something out of nothing. I thought once that pitch was thrown just a little late, he was going to get hit right there, but he was able to avoid a couple of would-be tacklers to gain a couple yards there. It's going to bring up a 4th and 4. We are in 4-down territory, so we'll see what the offense can dial up right here, looking to extend the drive a little while longer.
2:22 left to go here in the third quarter. 4th and 4 from the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Lentz goes in motion, and nothing there. And so it'll be turnover on downs, and the Tigers will take over on their own 40. So the Cats defense is going to have to come up big here if the Cats don't want to get mercy ruled. Tatum's going to come out, and Lentz is coming in. Sims is coming in. Got Brooks splitting out to the right. Scott is your quarterback. 2 receivers to either side. And just quarterback, keep it right up the middle. Runs over his own guy. Spin move. And the Bearcats are trying to get the ball, but was unable to. Got Lentz and Washburn on the stop there for the Bearcats. And the Tigers are at the 40-yard line of the Bearcats. 39, that is. The Tigers are going quick here. Little bubble pass. What a catch there by Ketter. And he's going to be wrapped up by Washburn over there. And first down, I figure. Yep.
Ketter, he's got a lot of explosion. You could see him as he sticks his hand back and get a hold of that thing. It was a great catch to start with. And quick getting down that line. That's a great job by Jace just to wrap him up and drag him down to the ground. It was a first down pickup, though. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 27. We're ticking at about 1:35 left in the third quarter. Charleston looking to punch this thing in and get it in the mercy rule.
2 receivers to either side. Revan Ketters, your halfback, goes in motion to the right. Scott's looking back to his left. Got some pressure from Sims and Welling, and just throws it out of bounds. Good coverage there by the Cats. Got a flag coming in.
Got
two flags.
2 flags, one on each side of the field.
Illegal man downfield, Isaac's saying. And that's what it was. Well, maybe he saw the Mansfield lineman catch it last week, and he was wanting to try to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It is.
Call is illegal. Man downfield. I didn't see it. Isaac, they don't call him the brain for nothing.
That's right.
He saw that. I don't know if anybody calls him that.
That's pretty
YouTube,
good.
if you see Isaac, call him the brain. He likes it. He's smiling. He liked it.
Isaac the Brain Brown. Pretty good.
I know.
What we got here? 1:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Before I forget, I'll give a shout out to Mr. Dummy Shepard watching from the big metropolis of Sugar Grove, Arkansas. Got a guy going in motion. Scott's looking. Got some pressure from Barnes. I don't know how that wasn't a holding call, but
yeah, it was pretty obvious hold. It looked to me
Osborne and good open field tackle there by Hunter Warren.
That was a great job. Warren's shown that he's going to be able to step up when we need him throughout the rest of the season and make some big plays. Been proud of that kid tonight.
Yeah, I have. I am too, and people don't watch it, they're going to lose the starting spot.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to bumping up here. You know, he loses his junior high eligibility. He's with the high school team from here on out, and even if he doesn't have that starting role, I can see him stepping in and giving some relief throughout the rest of the season. So great job by Hunter.
Handoff to Ketter up the middle, and good job. I believe that's Mr. Welling there.
Welling, he's a hard-working kid, man.
Yes, he is.
He played golf for me this year. I was super proud of him. He fought through injury throughout the year, fought through injury throughout this football season. He's a great kid, man. He's one that's going to be missed. One of those seniors celebrating senior night tonight.
We got a lot of these seniors that we're going to miss next year. I mean, granted, we got some good underclassmen, but, you know, this group of seniors has been several leaders step up, like PT, Cody Elliott, and Barnes, Welling. You know, they've done a good job stepping up and just being the leader like you're supposed to.
Right, they have. And Booneville's going to miss those are the type of kids that you want 100 of, you know.
Yeah.
And, they've been good, and hopefully some of these underclassmen have learned some lessons from them. I expect next year us to be successful. You know, that's kind of the Bearcat way. You have a big class leave, and even in our years that we don't deem successful, we show improvement, and we usually always upset somebody down the road.
Yep.
And you know, and I think a big testament to that is a lot of times we do have some good senior leaders that kind of show the way and pass that
their
baton,
knowledge.
Their knowledge and everything through. And I expect no different. This has been an excellent senior class, and they will be missed here at Bearcat Stadium.
Definitely will. They've only lost 6 games throughout their career. There's several programs, you know, they'll have 6 wins for their whole career.
Right, and you got to think of there's been multiple times we've stepped up and played teams that we shouldn't have. You know, we played Harding this year. We played
went all the way down to Texas, played Timpson, Texas.
Yeah, played Timpson. We played Nashville one year on short notice. Played that team in Oklahoma short notice.
Stigler.
Stigler.
And a little dump out pass on the right-hand side. He's got the first down, though, but wrapped up. Let's see. That's old big country, Matt Obar on the stop.
Yeah, he put a pop on him. His brother taught him how to do that.
Yeah.
Seen him practicing down on the field before the game. It was a big hit. Was, unfortunately, a first down gain, though. Ball is placed at the 11-yard line, so they do not have to score a touchdown here at the end of their 4 downs. They'll have a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
Lentz is coming into the game for Tatum. 11:34 left to go here in the ball game. 2 receivers to either side. Britton Ketter goes in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep, and Brett Welling's going to wrap him up about the 5, maybe 6-yard line.
Good job by Brett in pursuit right there. Looks like a minimal gain of about 1.5 yards, 2 yards right there. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8 situation. We are in the 4th quarter at the 11:24 mark. Bearcat defense is looking to get that big stop that's eluded them all night and prevent that mercy rule from going into effect.
Got 4 seconds left on the play clock. 3, and it's going to be a handoff to Ketter up the middle. he's going to be stopped maybe 2-3 yards there on the carry.
Third and 5 situation coming up, and you got to think if you're Charleston here, I know we're in field goal territory, but it'd be smart for them to consider this 4 down territory to try to get that clock going. So I would expect that. We'll see what they decide to dial up there, but we've got that third and 5 play coming up first.
It's going to be a toss to Ketter on the left-hand side. I'm sorry, that's Marishka. He cuts back, and he is in 41-7. Charleston over the Bearcats. Got a couple scores real quick. Walnut Ridge is up 22-12 over Osceola at the end of the third quarter. And Melbourne has scored. It is 10-8. Melbourne over Newport with 6:50 left to go in the third. Kick is up, and it is good. So 10:41 left to go here in the ball game, and the Tigers are up 42-7 over your Bearcats. We'll take a little break. Be right back. You're watching Bearcat football. And we're back here at Bearcat Stadium, right off DJ George Drive, Shield Field, Don Elmore Press Box. The Greenland Pirates are up over the Cedarville Pirates 28-8. And that score, the Tigers have moved into the mercy rule. Let's see, got Hall and Lentz and Washburn back deep for the Bearcats. Here's the kick from Ketter, good kick, and it's back of the end zone.
Boys, now you're playing for pride a little bit.
That's right. Yeah.
You're looking to get something on the board, close this gap up just a little bit. It's not realistic to expect a win up to this point, but you do expect a Bearcat team to fight all the way through. They have all throughout the season. They've continued to fight. This is the first bit of adversity they've faced, and we're looking to see them bounce back, get a little something going to end this game, and learn from that. Show up next week for the Lavaca game ready to roll.
Washburn's going to be in at quarterback now for your Bearcats. Hall goes in motion. He gets the toss on the left-hand side and jumps over a guy. He's going to be knocked out after about a 7-yard gain there.
The gain of 8 on the play, going to bring up a 2nd and 2. That was Trace Hall on the previous carry, pushed out of bounds.
Lentz goes in motion, and it's going to be a keeper by Washburn, and he's going to have the first down. So 9:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's 42-7, the Tigers over the Bearcats.
Ball's going to be placed at the 36-yard line right here. Clock is going to continue to tick from here on out. We're at the 9:25 mark, 1st and 10. Booneville looking to make something happen.
Brooks is split out at receiver over here on the right-hand side. Lentz goes in motion. He gets the pitch on the right-hand side. And tackle for a loss there. Just a little hesitant there, it seemed like, Lentz.
Yeah, he's a little hesitant. You know he's got to have some nerves going through him, being his first big game on the high school level and thrown into it in a time and a situation where he wasn't fully ready or expected to be ready.
Right.
And, you know, add that there's not a lot of room to run right there, and
nope.
That's going to add up to a 2nd and 11 play coming up.
8:40 left to go here in the ball game, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball is on our own 34-yard line. Washburn's your quarterback, and he's going to keep it. Pitches on the left-hand side of Trace Hall. Trace is going to have the first down, throws a stiff arm, and he gets just past the first down marker.
You know, we've had a little bit of success on those outside runs like that, and
yeah.
just haven't had enough of them up to this point. But right there, Trey shows that he's got the wheels to get out there to pick up that first down. Ball's reached midfield inside the 45-yard line.
Washburn's going to come up under center. Elliott's your fullback. Hall goes in motion. It's going to be Elliott. Washburn keeps it on the right-hand side. Past midfield, 45-40. Jason's got the first down, is still on his feet. And he's going to be tackled at the 37-yard line by number 21. It's Kendricks, and 14, I believe, Martinez.
Yeah, that's Bryson Kendricks and Gerald Martinez. A couple of upperclassmen there for the Tiger defense. Jace right there, he showed that he's a little elusive right there. That was a good job. He dodged a couple of would-be tacklers, was able to bounce it out a little bit, and picked up pretty good yardage right there.
Looks like Dylan Todd is in the game now at halfback, as well as number 4. That's going to be Lofton. Todd goes in motion. It's going to be handoff. He tricked me again. Dylan Todd there, and he's just going to be wrapped up by number 24. That's Huck.
That's Eli Huck, his brother. I think that's his brother Joe Huck played there. He was a real good athlete on the football field and the baseball field. So his little brother there, 11th grader for Charleston on the tackle.
Another senior 9 is done. That's Cody Elliott, and Garrick Barr is going to come in at fullback now for the Bearcats. Still got your starting offensive line out there. And Garrick is going to get the carry there, maybe a yard or two.
Just not a lot of room to work right now for any of our backs.
No,
we've had a couple of big runs, but for the most part, Charleston's done an excellent job of keeping us bottled up.
Yep.
Something that we haven't had to deal with up to this point this year. So I think, a lot of times in a loss, you can learn a lot.
Yes.
You look at a memory that I have, and part of it's because I was there and coached on the sideline, but it was the 2014 team.
Yeah.
It was the 2014 team coming in.
Washburn there on the keeper, and Jace
continue moving his feet there. That's a good job.
Yeah, he's going to be close to the first down there.
Anyway, we played Charleston early on, and we just get blown out.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a close game from the first play of the game till the end. We learned a lot. They had Ty Story, about to be a future Razorback under center, and we learned a lot from that game plan. We come back. They still wish the story had a little better ending. They still beat us in the semifinals, but we play them a close game and beat them in every aspect of the game except for the scoreboard. Is how we felt. So you can learn a lot in losses like this, and I think it's important that you get in that film room come Monday. I'm sure a lot of these boys that play will be seeing that film uploaded tonight, and they'll be working to get better. And hopefully we get another chance to play them, because that means it's going to be in the finals.
In the finals,
it'd be a good opportunity. I think Charleston's got the skill set and the tools to make a big push to get there. I don't see a team being just that much better than them, and I think Booneville is a good enough team that they could make a push as well.
Warren comes into the game at fullback now for Garrick Barr. As Garrick Barr got the last carry, and what a run here by the freshman.
Runs hard. He just played in a junior high game last night.
Yeah.
And, he had a big 60, 70-yard touchdown run in that game. He showed he's got the wheels right there. He showed he's got some muscle, lowered his shoulder, and picked up some good yardage.
Desmond Conley splits out to the right-hand side for the Bearcats. Matson split out to the left. J.J. Redmond is in at left tackle for your Bearcats. And pitch over here to the right-hand side to Lofton. And Lofton's going to be wrapped up about the 11-yard line.
Boy, he got the yards to gain. I think when he looks back and sees that on film, he could have went the whole way if he just takes that to the sideline.
Right.
Kind of stutter-stepped a little, and but, you know, did his job, got the first down. Bearcat offense is continuing to move as we close in toward the end of the fourth quarter with 3:35 left to go.
Garrick Barr is back in at fullback now for your Bearcats. Ferris Dames is in at your left guard. Todd goes in motion, and it's going to be hand off to Garrick Barr up the middle. And Garrick Barr be tackled at the 1-yard line.
I would look to see Garrick Barr get this next carry and punch it in if I was a guessing guy. Betting man, I'm not. I don't sports bet. But
Trevor Cairo comes in for Mr. Brett Welling, another senior. Not as finished. 2:55 left to go here in the fourth quarter, and we might as well just let Barr finish it. He goes in. No.
Nothing doing there. He's getting hit as soon as the ball gets in the quarterback's hands. That play's just blown up.
It is.
It's going to be, you know, with the forward progress, he's right at the line to gain there, but it looked like he lost a lot. Be at the line to gain. 2:30 left in the quarter. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Booneville looking, like I said earlier, they're playing for pride at this point.
Yeah.
You got to get your number on the board a little bit higher and make it look a little better, and that's what we're looking to do here. Need one more yard.
Washburn comes up under center. Todd and Lofton are your halfbacks. Lofton goes in motion, gets the pitch on the right-hand side. And Clayton Lofton, touchdown, Bearcats. 2:09 left to go here in the ball game, and it's 42-13. Tigers over your Bearcats. It's going to bring on Marcos Major. Kick, give a shout out to Marcos' parents watching all the way back in Spain. Give a shout out to Uncle Bob. Even give a shout out to Skippy, old Nate Parrish watching, and Mr. David Goff. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up. And it is good. So 42-14 is going to be your score.
And that may be it, guys. We're looking at a minute. We're under a minute and a half here. You may get the kickoff off, but other than that, I think that was probably the last play of the game.
I tell you what, let's thank our sponsors for the app and BoonevilleBearcats.com real quick one more time. Let's see. I'll let Jake do it.
We'd like to take a few moments to recognize our sponsors on BoonevilleBearcats.com and the Bearcat app. Our exclusive broadcast advertiser, First Western Bank, serving our local communities for 110 years. Our premier sponsors are 5B Properties and B Plus Storage Solutions. See Calvin Bennett for your rental needs. Community National Bank of Booneville. Let Brett Cook and staff take care of your banking needs.
Like sure. Wanted to do the kicking for the Bearcats. High kick. This is going to be the last play of the game. It's going to be Need right there at the 20-yard line. And so your final score is going to be Charleston Tigers 42, Booneville Bearcats 14. And Coach May, to my knowledge, gets his first win over his alma mater in a big fashion.
Yeah, I mean, they had a game plan. They executed it well. And you just got to give them credit where credit's due. They come out and they took care of business. They took advantage of a lot of mismatches and were able to get the job done. And that's looking like, barring anything crazy, they're going to be your conference champions. Booneville looking next week to beat Lavaca and sew up that second place finish.
Yeah, I could not find a score for the Lavaca game. But they are playing Mansfield tonight. So Lavaca's another surprising team this year. So we will travel to Lavaca, and then the last game of the year will be at Cedarville. Cats managed to win out. And Charleston managed to win out. We'll be the second seed, and we'll have at least one home playoff game, as we'll more likely be the 2 seed if we win out. Be on the bottom of the top bracket, and we will have to have some upsets if we want to have any more home games, as we will be on the bottom side.
Right. Yeah, and you know, Booneville's always traveled well.
Yep.
Of course, you got to get through that first one at home, but we've always traveled well. Both the players in their performances and the fan base as well has always done an excellent job of showing up. So I'm not as worried about the away game fact,
Right.
you know, as a lot of teams would be.
Yeah.
I've watched Booneville teams go into places where home field advantage is huge and come out with a mercy rule.
Yep.
So I'm not too worried about that. You know, you always want to be the number one, and
Yep.
this is going to hurt, and we're going to have to take a look in the mirror here tonight and figure out, you know, what do we need to do differently as coaches, as players, as, you know, and it's not a knock on any one person in particular. It's just when you get beat, I know from experience, you know, I've been there, you get blown out, you got to find a way to bounce back. And I know every one of those coaches up there are going to work their butts off to do that and get themselves ready. And that starts next week with Lavaca.
All right, so your final stats, Isaac, you bring it up. So here's your final stats. Nope. This one's your final stats. So for the Tigers, they had 471 yards of total offense. 174 of that was on the ground. 297 through the air. You Booneville Bearcats, we moved the ball here and there on them. 364 yards. Every single bit of it was on the ground for you Bearcats. Some individual stats. Scott was 16 of 19 passing, 297. He was also the leading rusher with 117 yards. He had a total of 4 touchdowns, 1 through the air and 3 on the ground. Mariska, leading receiver, 6 receptions for 146 yards and a touchdown. Leading tackler was Bratton Ketter, 8.5 tackles, followed by Carroll, 6.5. Little with 6. And Mariska with 5.5. For you Booneville Bearcats, your leading rusher was Trace Hall, 11 carries, 114 yards and a touchdown. Cody Elliott, 16 carries, 107 yards. Peyton Tatum, 13 carries, 83 yards. Jace Washburn, 3 for 32. And Garrick Barr had 4 for 14. Hunter Warren, 1 for 7. And Lofton, 2 for 7. Dylan Todd had 1 for 2. And that's it for your rushing stats. Hunter Warren, the freshman, was the leading tackler on the night for your Booneville Bearcats with 4 tackles. Peyton Tatum had 3.5. Spent a little time at the linebacker spot. And Cody Elliott and Brooks both had 3, and David Hicks and Johnny Barnes finished with 2.5. So for Isaac Brown, Jake Fennell, I'm Zach Austin. Didn't go the way we wanted to tonight, but next time hopefully it will. And as always, it's a great day to be a Bearcat. We'll see you next week.